Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I am very happy you are here today. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, take a slow breath, and let us travel together to a city beside the sea. Today we will visit Copenhagen. It is the capital city of Denmark. It is a city of water. It is a city of bicycles. It is a city of old kings, small boats, warm lights, and quiet streets. Copenhagen is not a huge city like London or New York. It does not need to be huge. Its beauty is softer. It waits for you slowly. You can walk near the water. You can hear bicycle bells. You can smell fresh bread from a small bakery. You can see people drinking coffee outside, even when the air is cold. Copenhagen feels calm, but under this calm feeling, there is a long and interesting story. Our story begins many years ago, long before cars, long before trains, long before bright city lights. There was only a small place near the water. Fishermen lived there. They took their boats out into the sea. They caught fish. They fixed their nets. They looked at the sky and watched the weather. Life was simple, but it was not easy. The wind was cold, the sea was strong, and every day people had to work hard. This small place was important because of its harbor. A harbor is a safe place for boats. Boats could stop there. People could bring fish, salt, wood, cloth, and many other things. Slowly, more people came. Some came to sell. Some came to buy. Some came because the harbor gave them hope. The place became a meeting point, a place where the land and the sea worked together. The name Copenhagen comes from an old idea. It means a merchant harbor, a place for people who buy and sell. That name tells us something very clear. Copenhagen was born from work. It was born from boats. It was born from the sea. It was not born as a grand city with palaces. It began as a useful place, a place where ordinary people could live, trade, and dream. In the 12th century, a powerful man helped Copenhagen grow. His name was Bishop Absalon. He was a church leader, but he was also close to the Danish king. Around the year 1167, he built a castle near the harbor. The castle helped protect the town. This was important because ships and small towns near the sea could be in danger from attackers. With stronger protection, people felt safer. And when people feel safer, a town can grow. Imagine the town at that time. Narrow paths, wooden houses, smoke rising from small fires, fish drying in the air, horses moving slowly through the streets, a bell ringing from a church, and near the water, men loading boats with goods. It was not quiet all the time. It was busy. It was alive. Copenhagen was still small, but it had energy. One of the most important things for Copenhagen was herring. Herring is a small fish. Today it may sound simple, but in the Middle Ages, herring was very valuable. Many people in Europe ate fish on many religious days. Salted herring could travel far. It could be sold in many places. So the sea gave Copenhagen a gift. The fish helped the town become richer. The small harbor became more important. As Copenhagen grew, people built more houses. They built churches. They built markets. They built walls and gates. The town had more sounds now. Workers shouted. Children ran through the streets. Bells rang. Boats came and went. Merchants counted money. Bakers opened their doors early in the morning. The smell of bread mixed with the smell of the sea. But life in old Copenhagen was not always gentle. There were fires. There were sicknesses. There were hard winters. Many houses were made of wood, so fire was a real danger. When one house burned, many houses could burn. People had to rebuild again and again. This is part of Copenhagen's story too. Not only beauty, not only color, but also patience, work, and the courage to begin again. In the 15th century, Copenhagen became the capital of Denmark. This changed the city. The king and the royal court became more connected to the city. Important people came. More trade came. More decisions were made there. Copenhagen was no longer just a harbor town. It was becoming the heart of the country. Centuries passed. The city changed again and again. One king left a very strong mark on Copenhagen. His name was King Christian IV. He ruled in the late 16th and early 17th centuries. He wanted Copenhagen to be bigger and more beautiful. He built important places. He helped shape the city that people still visit today. Some buildings from his time still stand. They remind us that cities are like books. Every building is a page. One place connected with old Copenhagen is Rosenborg Castle. It stands in a green garden. It looks like something from a storybook. It has red brick walls and tall towers. Inside, there are royal objects from Denmark's past. But outside, people also come simply to walk. They sit in the garden, they talk softly, they enjoy the grass and the trees. In Copenhagen, history is often close to daily life. Another place is the Round Tower. It is an old tower in the city. You can walk up inside it on a wide path that turns and turns. There are no normal stairs for much of the way. As you go higher, you feel the city opening around you. At the top, you can see rooftops, church towers, and streets below. You can understand something important. Copenhagen is not only one big story. It is many small stories beside each other. Now let us move forward in time. Let us walk to Nyhavn. This is one of the most famous places in Copenhagen today. Nyhavn means new harbor, but it is not very new now. It is old and full of color. The houses stand beside the water. Some are yellow, some are red, some are blue. Boats rest quietly along the canal. People sit outside with drinks and food. They take pictures, they talk, they watch the water move. But Nyhavn was not always a clean and pretty place for visitors. Long ago, it was a busy working harbor. Sailors came from many countries. Ships brought goods. Workers carried heavy things. The streets were louder and rougher than they are today. It was a place of work, travel, and long journeys. Today, it feels cheerful and peaceful. But if you listen carefully, you can almost hear old footsteps on the stones. One famous Danish writer lived in Nyhavn for part of his life. His name was Hans Christian Andersen. He wrote fairy tales that many people around the world know. Stories like The Little Mermaid, The Ugly Duckling, and The Emperor's New Clothes. He was not always rich or comfortable. He knew what it felt like to be lonely. But he used his imagination. He turned simple feelings into stories that still live today. Near the water, Copenhagen also remembers the Little Mermaid. There is a small statue of her by the harbor. Many visitors come to see her. Some people are surprised because she is not very large. But maybe that is part of her quiet power. She does not shout. She simply sits by the water, looking out, waiting, thinking. Like many things in Copenhagen, she is simple, soft, and full of feeling. Copenhagen is a city of water, but it is also a city of bicycles. In the morning, you can see many people riding to work or school. Some wear suits. Some carry children in special bikes. Some have flowers or groceries in a basket. The bicycle lanes are busy, but they feel organized. People know where to go. The bells ring gently. The wheels move smoothly. It is like a quiet river of people. For a visitor, this can be surprising. In some cities, cars feel like the kings of the road. But in Copenhagen, bicycles have a strong place. They are part of normal life. They are not only for sport. They are for going to work, for visiting friends, for taking children to school, for coming home with bread and vegetables. The bicycle shows something about Copenhagen. Life can be modern, but still simple. One morning, imagine a young visitor named Anna arriving in Copenhagen by train. Anna is learning English. She is at level A2 or B1. She wants to understand the city, but she does not want a difficult tour. She wants to walk slowly. She wants to listen. She wants to feel the place. She carries a small bag, a bottle of water, and a notebook. On the first page, she writes one word: Copenhagen. Anna leaves the station and sees Tivoli Gardens nearby. Tivoli is an old amusement park in the heart of the city. It opened in the 19th century. At night, the lights make it feel magical. There are rides, music, flowers, restaurants, and people walking happily together. But Tivoli is not only for children. Adults go there too. Some go for concerts, some go for dinner, some go just to feel young for an evening. Anna visits Tivoli when the sun is going down. Small lights begin to shine in the trees. Music plays softly. Families walk past her. A child holds a balloon. An older couple shares a quiet smile. Anna sits on a bench and watches everything. She thinks, this place is old, but it feels alive. This is one secret of Copenhagen. It keeps the past, but it does not sleep in the past. The next day, Anna walks toward the harbor. She sees clean water and people sitting near it. In summer, some people swim in the harbor baths. This surprises her. In many old harbor cities, the water was once dirty because of ships and factories. But Copenhagen worked for many years to make the harbor cleaner. Now the water is part of city life again. People do not only look at it, they use it. They enjoy it. Anna walks along part of the harbor circle. It is a long route beside the water for walking and cycling. She passes bridges, boats, apartments, old buildings and new buildings. She sees how the city has changed. Some places were once used for industry. Now they have homes, cafes, swimming places, and paths. Copenhagen does not hide change. It shows change slowly and carefully. She crosses a bridge and stops for a moment. A boat passes under her. The driver waves. Anna waves back. The sky is gray, but not sad. The air is cool and fresh. She hears Danish words around her, but she does not understand them. Still, she feels welcome. Sometimes a city speaks without words. Water speaks, light speaks, bread speaks, bicycles speak, quiet streets speak. Later, Anna visits a bakery. She sees many pastries in the window. In Denmark, pastries are part of daily happiness. She buys one with cinnamon. It is warm and sweet. She sits by the window and eats slowly. Outside, people pass on bicycles. A father carries a small child in a cargo bike. A woman walks with flowers. Two students laugh together. Nothing very big happens. But Anna feels happy. Sometimes travel is not about big events. Sometimes it is about small moments. In the afternoon, Anna visits Amalienborg. This is where the Danish royal family has its palace. The buildings stand around a large open square. Guards walk there in uniform. Visitors watch quietly. It feels formal, but not too far away from normal life. The city continues around it. People cycle nearby. Buses pass. The sea is close. In Copenhagen, even royal places feel connected to the street. Anna thinks about Denmark's long history. Kings and queens, sailors and merchants, writers and builders, workers and families. The city has seen joy and trouble. It has seen fires, wars, rebuilding, and change. But it did not become hard and cold. It became practical. It became calm. It became a place where old stone and modern glass can stand near each other. One evening, Anna meets a local woman named Freya in a small cafe. Freya speaks English slowly because she sees Anna is learning. She tells Anna about a Danish word. The word is hygge. It is not easy to translate. It can mean a warm and comfortable feeling. It can be candles on a dark evening. It can be tea with a friend. It can be soft light, simple food, and safe company. Anna writes the word in her notebook, hygge. Freya smiles and says, Copenhagen is not perfect. No city is perfect. It can be expensive. The weather can be gray. The winter days can be very short. People can seem quiet at first. But the city has a gentle rhythm. It gives people space. It gives people water, parks, bikes, and places to meet. It tries to make daily life good. Not perfect, but good. Anna likes this honest answer. She does not want a fairy tale city with no problems. She wants the real city. A city where people go to work, pay bills, wait for buses, and get tired. A city where rain falls on bicycles. A city where old buildings need repair. A city where people still try to live well. This makes Copenhagen more interesting, not less. The next morning, Anna visits Christianshavn. This area has canals, boats, and narrow streets. Some parts feel like a small village inside the city. She sees houseboats on the water. Plants grow in pots near windows. A man repairs something on his boat. A woman drinks coffee outside a cafe with a blanket over her knees. Copenhagen teaches Anna another lesson. Comfort does not always need luxury. Sometimes comfort is a blanket, a warm cup, and a quiet view. Anna also notices the design of the city. Chairs, lamps, signs, windows, bridges. Many things look simple and useful. Danish design is famous because it often makes daily objects beautiful without making them difficult. A chair should be good to sit on. A lamp should give good light. A street should help people move safely. Beauty and use can be friends. This idea feels very Copenhagen. On her last day, Anna returns to Nyhavn. The colorful houses shine in the morning light. The water moves gently. Visitors take photos. A boat tour begins. The guide speaks into a microphone. Anna sits near the canal and opens her notebook. She reads the words she has written. Harbor, herring, Absalon, capital, bicycles, Tivoli, hygge, water, light, home. She understands now that Copenhagen is not interesting because of one thing. It is interesting because many small things come together. The old fishing village, the merchant harbor, the kings and castles, the writers and fairy tales, the bicycles and bridges, the clean harbor water, the candles in windows, the people who enjoy simple moments. The city is like a quiet song with many verses. Before Anna leaves, she buys one more pastry from the bakery. She walks to the water and sits for a few minutes. She does not hurry. She wants to remember the sound of the bicycle bells. She wants to remember the colors of Nyhavn. She wants to remember the cold air on her face. She wants to remember how a city can be both old and new, busy and peaceful, simple and deep. When her train leaves Copenhagen, Anna looks out of the window. The city slowly moves away, but the feeling stays with her. She came to learn about a place. She also learned something about life. A good life does not always need to be loud. It can be steady. It can be kind. It can have work, friends, light, water, and time to breathe. Copenhagen gave her this quiet lesson. And maybe this is why many people love Copenhagen. Not because it is perfect, not because every day is sunny, but because it shows a gentle way to live. It remembers its past. It uses its harbor. It rides forward on bicycles. It lights candles in the dark. It makes room for history and for ordinary people. It says softly, life can be simple and still beautiful. Thank you for listening, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this gentle story of Copenhagen. I hope it helped you learn English in a calm and happy way. You are doing very well. Every story you hear gives you more words, more confidence, and more courage. Please tell me in the comments what city or country you want to visit next in a story. And if this story helped you, please like, subscribe, and come back for the next peaceful English journey.